Hi, it's Rose. Welcome to my channel. Today is December 25th, so Merry Christmas. If you've been watching my channel for a little while, you know that on the 25th of every month, I share the Christmas tags that I've made. So today I will be showing the tags that I made for today, December 25th. And I'll start out by showing some of the material that I used, and the first thing I'm going to show you is some paper that I used. So for this month's tags, I decided to use some TimHoltz paper and ephemera and some trinkets and bits and pieces, and so that's what you're going to be seeing. So I used these two papers from these two pads, and these are 8x8 pads. They include papers that are double-sided, and these are his Christmas Noel papers. These are from 2 different years, and you can see from the top of the pad all the beautiful designs that he's included for these 2 paper pads. So I've used selections of papers from these. And just to show you the papers, because I did some distressing to them, this is what they look like before I got to them for my tag. So this is one of the designs. And I also used the flip side. Here's another, a beautiful red and black and white plaid. The reverse side has some Christmas words. This beautiful ledger paper has some gold foiled stars, and that's the back. And this is one of my favorites. This are raised, and they almost feel like felt polka dots over some printed papers. And that's the back of that one, green and white. And then this beautiful ivory background with some holly and greenery. And the back is a wood grain. So I really thought it was really difficult to choose papers from these pads because all the papers are beautiful, but these were some of my favorites. So that's the collection of paper that I used for the tags. Now, if you've been watching all year long, you've seen this die set, and this is one of my favorite tag die collections, and it's the Sizzix TimHoltz tag collection. I used this next size down tag die for the tags for this month. I also used some of these dies, and it's the Sizzix TimHoltz Holiday Greens. And then I also used some of these Pinecones, some of this Ephemera pack, and it's the Christmas Snippets. And then this Ephemera pack, it's Christmas Noel. These are a little bit bigger, different vintage images, and these are just really fun to layer. And they were a lot of fun to work with on tags. I'm probably going to be making some ATCs with these and doing some cards and some other things, but I really enjoyed getting into those. I also used some of these quote chips, and these are his Christmas quotes, and there are quite a few in this pack. As you can see, I barely made a dent. I only made 5 tags, so I've got a long way to go to use this collection up, but these are a lot of fun to use. They're dimensional quote chips, and they're, I just added some glue on the back, but they're very easy to work with. They're fun to distress, and sometimes if you don't find the right sentiment, one of these is great to add to your project. I used some of this jute string, and I like it even better than baker's twine, particularly for making some of Tim's distress. because this jute really adds such a great texture. So I loved that. And then I only used one of the paper dolls, but this is his Christmas collection of paper dolls, which are really fun characters to add to cards and tags and ATCs. And they're just very whimsical. They add kind of that vintage nostalgic look that I was going for, particularly with his tags. And they just sort of look like you went through your grandmother's photo album and were able to scan some great images and then cut them out. So his paper dolls are always fun to work with. I liked the Christmas ones particularly because some of them were dressed like in winter jackets, and they just looked like they would fit nicely into a snowy scene. So that's all of the, it's actually quite a lot, but that's what I used to create the tags. So I'll move all of this aside, and then I'm excited to show you the tags for this month. So I did quite a lot of distressing. I used vintage photo to go through after I laid everything out and got into those the ephemera packs and the bits and pieces and added those. Here's some of that greenery dye. Here's the little metal pine cones. I had some of this ribbon, grosgrain ribbon in my stash, and I thought that would be really fun. I distressed that just a small bit. But this is one of those layered sentiments. It says, Dear Santa. I, of course, used some stickles. I used some, for a good splattering of snow, I used my Copic white refill that I dipped, mixed with a little tiny bit of water, and did some splatter in my splatter box. The backs of these I left blank, but I did distress them, and this is where I added a second piece of different paper. So this is actually the pine paper that had the berries. You can see bits of it there, and then I cut a separate part for the top of the tag in a different backing of another paper and added that just so it would look a little bit more layered. So that was one of my tags. And here's a second one that says, Let It Snow. And I don't know if you can, I did add some glimmer shine to this. And it was, let me see if I can find, yeah. It's this Radiant Rain Shimmering Mist. And this added a nice little glimmer along with the splattering of that Copic refill. Now here's where I added the fun paper dolls. These two here that are all dressed up in their winter coats, and they look like they're already coming from a snowy scene. So this one says, 'Tis the Season. And this is that beautiful paper that had the red felt polka dots with the wording underneath. So that's the back. And here's the next one. It says, Ho, 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 December 25th. This looks like it's just a calendar page, which I love that. It looks like it's from an old vintage calendar that just says the 25th. Here's some of that greenery again, that dye. These are some poinsettias that were in those ephemera packs. And this is that beautiful ledger paper with the gold foil stars. So I thought that was just really fun. And here is my final one. This one just says Happy Holidays. and there's a Christmas tree. And I don't know if you can see that in the background. There's one of those ephemera pieces that's an old photograph of, it looks like a family just standing in the snow, maybe in a park after they've picked out their Christmas tree. So I just thought those were so fun to add. And here's the back on that one. So those are my 5 tags for December. And now I will be continuing making Christmas tags starting again in January. And I upload them on the 25th of every month. If you would like to join me, please be sure to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know if you would like to make a video. I would love to be able to check yours out as well. So that'll be Christmas tags on the 25th, again starting in January. I hope that you're having a wonderful Christmas day and that you are staying safe, and best wishes for the new year. I will be back, of course, with more videos, cards. I'm going to be making some ATCs, and I've got a lot of very fun ideas for 2021. So I hope you will subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.